Joining Mike and me, we
Jenna
have Roberta Monroe on the telephone. We have Mary Ruth Kennedy here, and we have Chuck Henson with us, not Chris Constantino, whose name I practiced for a long time, but that's
right.
okay.
He's in the shadows, so he'll.
Well, welcome.
Thanks.
Welcome, Roberta. Welcome to you too.
What was that?
Thank you.
You know, I have to tell you before we talk about some of the things that we're going to see. 18 years.
18 years.
How about that?
Amazing, huh?
But 18 years. And tell us, first of all, exactly the film festival. Explain it all to people who might not know what the Gay and Lesbian Film Festival, International Film Festival is. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Right.
It's a Gay and Lesbian International Film Festival.
Big time. Look at that.
We have all kinds of international.
I'm not really sure what we're... No.
But it's huge. It's like one of the largest in the country.
It is. We're about the 6th largest in the country. We will have somewhere around 13,000, 14,000 people that will show up to the festival over from October 4th to October 14th. And we're going to be showing well over 50 films this year.
How many films were submitted?
Actually, Roberta's done an amazing job. Very few of the films that we're showing were actually submitted. Roberta traveled literally around the world, Berlin, Cannes, and I'll let her talk a little bit about that. But it really was her work that really brought us the films that we have.
Way to go, Roberta.
Well, before we get to Roberta, I was just going to ask,
Very hard.
where is the festival? What venues will be showing it, and when is the festival?
Well, we're at the Tampa Theater is our main venue, which is spectacular. Everybody loves the Tampa Theater. Last year, we actually helped them celebrate their 80th birthday.
Oh, wonderful.
During the festival, which was cool.
Wow.
But we open on Thursday night, the 5th, at the Tampa Theater. We'll do the weekend at the Tampa Theater. And then on Monday, the 8th, we split into 2 venues, using the Tampa Theater in Tampa and the Movico Baywalk in St. Pete. So the festival has grown to a place where we're in 2 theaters that are 25 miles apart for a large chunk of the event. So very heavy logistic issue.
And it's next weekend, isn't it?
We start a week from today.
A week from today.
Opening night, Thursday the 7th, the 4th rather, Thursday the 4th.
Roberta, what sort of films can we expect to see there?
Well, we really, we were a little bit late in announcing our program this year. I know that people were waiting for us to let everyone know what we were going to show. And I think that really aided us because we were able to get some of the headlining films that are going around the lesbian and gay film festivals in the country at our festival in October. We're part of the fall festival slate that includes Seattle and DC and a couple other smaller festivals, Albuquerque. And we fought really hard and we worked really hard. Myself and Amy Nestor, who's our programmer, and of course Mary Ruth Kennedy, who you have there, worked really hard to research and schmooze with filmmakers and distributors and producers to get the creme de la creme of what's out there.
Well, are there any surprises that attendees may see this year? Is there something different in this year's festival than there was last year? What's making this one bigger and better? It's the 18th. That's a if you were turning 18, you'd be able to drink. So what's the big deal for this?
Whoa.
Vote.
Right, I turned 18 in Wisconsin. You could drink 18 when you're 18.
Well, it'd be nice to say we were legal at 18, but
There you go.
I think it has to do with the talent
quite,
and the
are we?
filmmakers who are coming in. I think that's what really is going to make this year separated from any year in the past. I mean, we have a record number of filmmakers and directors and talent actually coming in to be a part of the event itself, to speak to the audience about what their films are all about. And we've always done that in the past, but this year I think we have a whole lot more of those folks coming in.
Mostly handpicked.
Yeah, I think we made a point to, I certainly made a point to invite as many filmmakers as possible because I think that it helps create a better experience for the audience. You're getting more bang for your $9 buck, and we also get to support lesbian and gay filmmakers around the world. I think some of the surprises this year was that we were able to obtain Love and Other Disasters, which stars Brittany Murphy, the film out of the UK that we're showing on Friday night. We also were able to obtain 4 Minutes, which is playing in St. Pete, I believe on Tuesday night, and it won a couple of the German version of the Academy Award.
Roberta, if you had to tell somebody who was listening to us right now or going to watch us in the future, what is the film that they can't miss? If you had to pick 1 or 2, what would they be?
Well, first it has to say just buy a Diva Pass and come watch them all.
That's right. Good answer, Roberta.
That's a good answer.
I think if, I mean, we really have an amazing selection this year. And this is, you know, I can't take much of the credit except for being out there looking for them. I didn't make the movies. And I think that lesbian and gay filmmaking has really come a long way over the last 5-7 years. And I'm looking through the list here. I promise you, I'm trying to think if I had to say anything. Well, I think for the boys, I think a couple of films that should not be in this for men's films would be The Man of My Life, which is a beautiful film out of France that we got from Sherer Releasing, and 25 Cent Preview, which is a more edgy film that comes out of San Francisco, local filmmaker for his first feature. Two really awesome films. And for the women, one of my favorites is Love My Life, which comes out of Japan, which is just a really lovely romantic story between two women who are, younger. It could be for the younger set and the older set. I mean, I'm 40 and I loved it.
It's a love story.
Love My Life. That's it. And I would say, Finn's Girl. Finn's Girl is one of those prize films that starts off strong, stays strong, and ends strong. And that's also playing at the Tampa Theater. But I'm telling you, they're all really great. And I don't think that you could pick a bad film this year.
Well, you must have done a great job picking out films. I know we're running out of time, but Mary Ruth, you've been a part of the film festival for several years now. Yep. The attendance last year was phenomenal, if I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. What are you guys expecting this year for turnouts, or how has pre-sales been? Or
pre-sales they're chugging along.
Where they are,
yeah.
Right.
But in terms of what we expect, the guys know I actually have this very odd talent that I can predict film attendance within 6.
He really does.
It's spooky. Film savant stuff. It's crazy.
It's a very strange talent. But I think I'm keeping my numbers secret. So
but more than last year, right?
Yeah, we think that it will be. I gave a tolerance of plus or minus 10% this year, but I think we'll be okay.
What were we at last year?
I think we were
around 13.
Yeah.
13, which is what you said that earlier. Chuck, who are some of your main sponsors that I'm sure you want to thank?
Well, absolutely. Bright House Networks and Logo are a producing sponsor for us, as is Bank of America is a major contributor. JP Morgan Chase, we've got Chanel USA
wonderful.
involved.
Yep.
Tiffany and Company's underwriting the awards. It's a really star-studded cast of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida. I don't want to forget anybody as we're talking about.
Well, if you do forget somebody, a website I'm sure that has your list of page of sponsors.
Yeah, the actual website address itself is www.tiglff.com, Tampa International Gay Lesbian Film Festival.com, or if you don't want to remember that, pridefilmfest.com.
And that's they can buy tickets there. They can see who's coming,
Absolutely.
and they can help sponsor. I'm sure if
Synopsis.
they need to.
Yeah, we still have some sponsorship opportunities for individual film sponsors. So if anybody wants to wrap their arms around one individual film and be showcased at that event, we'd love to have them.
And look at our party schedule too.
Yes.
Look at everyone. Come on. Well, Roberta, thank you very much. You did a wonderful job, I'm sure. Chuck and Mary Ruth, as usual.
Thank
you.
Pleasure having you here.